Shit.
Yeah, y'all already know it's the real DonDon. I got my motherfucking boy VDub there, Nike boy, ENT. Fuck what y'all talking about? Shorty out here doing his shit, making me some motherfucking Space Jam, Air Force One. And it was old. I had wrote him and shit already. And he done made that bitch brand new. I'm gonna get the whole everything in there. Y'all gonna see it. Don't be scared to hit Shorty up because he's doing his thing. And he ain't even texting for real. Like, he ain't gonna knock you bitches over the head. He gonna hit your pockets, but he ain't gonna knock you over the head. You ain't, But yeah, make sure y'all get into it. Real DonDon. Always remember, never let nobody tell you what you can't do. Always remember to do that shit any motherfucking way. Hey, so I had a few people ask me what made me do Taz. Well, me and my little brother, which is my little cousin, but we more like brothers, he preceded me in death, and we both love Space Jam. I love Taz, he loved Buzz. So we both loved both of them, you know? He loved Taz and Buzz, and I loved Taz and Buzz. We had a good-ass relationship. However, we was like siblings, so we fought as well. But when it came down to us, nobody can fuck with us, for real, for real. When he got killed, I focused more on Buzz, you know, because that was his favorite character than I did on Taz. So I said, one time for Little Drops, I'm going to bring Taz out the cut. I'll give y'all a little rundown on the backstory on how I lost him, though. Sometimes everything you work hard for get took away from you. You got to stay prayed up because what God did once, he'll do again. It was times where I was lost, like completely lost. You ain't never been lost to where your family had to pray for your soul or more than they praying for themselves. Sending my peoples through that was like hell for them. They not knowing if I'm coming home or if I'm going to make it back in. I took a L that set me back and made me feel like fuck everything, fuck everybody. I lost my little cousins and my auntie all in one tragedy. I was staying on the bed side of Cali, which is like past 63rd in California. I was going to Gage Park High School. Got home from school one afternoon. It was like a Thursday, so me and my best friend and my homeboy was on our way to my crib so I can change my clothes and hit the streets. As well as it was close to the summer break, so you already know it was summer ready type. You know, kids love the summertime. We couldn't wait for the summertime, especially high school kids. And my day was all planned out. I was going to stop and tell my cousin happy birthday and hit the streets. But like I said, before shit can be super good and become super ugly real quick. On June 7, 2007, I couldn't get in the house, so I went around the back and called my mama boyfriend name and shit. So I'm screaming outside my crib for my mama boyfriend. He finally walked his little short box head ass to the door, talking about some he can't let me in. Now I'm pissed because this some dumbass shit. You know, what the fuck is going on? What he on with me? That's all that's running through my mind. But he like, yo, mama told me not to let you in. I'm like, why? He like, she said you need to come to Laughlin quick. Me, I'm like, all right, man, let me change. He like, this serious, girl. I can't let you in. Just go see what your mama talking about. Me, shaking my head, talking under my breath. Stupid ass could have let me in. I'm so glad it's the summer, rolling my eyes. Mad as hell. Y'all know how that shit be. So we waited on the bus. We waited on the bus stop. When I say we, I'm talking about me, my best friend, and dude or whatever. So dude like, so what the fuck you done did now, Chucky? My best friend like, ain't no telling, you know this bitch always in something. We started laughing and shit, you know, not thinking nothing for real. I'm like, shit, I ain't did shit all week, motherfucker, so I don't know. My best friend like, I think it's beyond you, best friend. He said it's serious. I'm like, shit, serious to them is me smoking weed if they found out. And I started laughing. So the bus finally come. My best friend like, all right, call me when you make it and let me know what's up. I'm like, all right, BF, love you. She like, love you too, bitch. Dude like, damn, no love for me? I smirked and started laughing. I get on the bus. Thoughts running through my mind, trying to figure out what the fuck it could be going on. Like, what's wrong? Not thinking anything about my cousins because I'm knowing my auntie got them forever. I get off the bus on Laughlin. I walk down the street, happy as hell. It's my cousin's birthday. I'm getting close to the summer. My little cousins finna come out here. They on their way from Atlanta, So I'm happy. It's finna buzz, Can't shit ruin my day for real. But that's what I thought. I walk up, speak to everybody, but I'm high, so I'm in my little zone. I'm like, hey, grandma, happy birthday, D. D is my cousin, Deanna. We used to bump heads a lot, but somehow, some way, we turned that shit around. Family is family. We all we got. But my grandma looked at me with tears of pain in her eyes. D looked at me with tears. She couldn't even say thank you. She got up and walked away crying. I walked into my grandma's house. My mama pulled me to the side. My whole family looking at me crying. First thing came to my head was my daddy. Now, I'm a daddy's girl, so I'm like, nah, it can't be my daddy because I would have felt that shit. Like, I feel everything that happened to that man. I never thought in a million years they was finna tell me some shit like that. My mama like, baby, we got to pray for Shavon. I'm like, what? What's going on? Baby, this morning there was a fire and everybody died except for Shay. I'm speechless. No words. There was literally no soul there. I looked at everybody and everybody was looking at me with no words coming out, tears falling. My mama continued, but we got to stay strong, baby. We got to be strong for Shay and your uncle. And then again, I'm just silent. All I was hearing was my little cousins was dead and one of them was on her deathbed. It was all up to her if she lived. That shit replayed 1,000,000 times in 3 minutes. I walked off to go to the bathroom. I looked at my Uncle Dion and tried to fight every tear. He always said, never show no fear, never show no sweat, never show no tear. So I stood tall and walked in the bathroom. Before I knew it, I was falling out. My uncle caught me and just hugged me so genuine and said, it's okay, baby. Let it out. This something we gonna get through together. But after this time, you gotta stay strong for your little cousin and your uncle. Man, all that shit they was saying was like, fuck y'all, fuck all that shit. I'm ready to kill a motherfucker. And at that moment, I questioned God and gave up faith and my beliefs in God. One of the worst mistakes ever. For you to walk around with not a care in the world, you're dangerous to yourself and to others. I walked out the door and stormed off. My grandma and cousin was just calling my name and shit. I couldn't believe God would take my babies from me. Me and my little cousin slept in the same bed. We bathed together. We cried together. We did crazy shit together. Like, those my little sisters and brothers. I had felt like my whole world turned upside down. I just had hate in my heart that couldn't be lifted. In other words, I was in self-destruct mode. My entire family had knew it. I was in high school. I was probably like 15, 16 years old when I lost my babies, and it was hurting like hell losing them. That shit wasn't fair at all. My baby cousin, whom also died in the fire, wasn't even supposed to live past 8 months, and baby girl lived till she was 10 years old when her life was stolen. They was staying at a hotel waiting on a move-in date or whatever. And I guess, they stepdaddy had words with somebody else or had beef with somebody else, and, shit had happened. So they knew they was staying at a hotel, and they set the fire at the motel that they was staying at in Atlanta, Georgia. They set a fire in front of their door, so it was hard for them to get out, door handle hot as a motherfucker. They couldn't even really do shit for real, And just knowing my little cousins was fighting for their lives make me want to just die. Like, them my babies. And them trying to break walls and shit, like, come on now, them some fucking babies, literally. Why would you do something like that and some fucking kids in there? Like, they innocent souls. Them literally some babies. The oldest was 14 years old. They had to watch their family die one by one. Like, that shit was not cool at all. My baby cousin, who didn't supposed to make it, she ain't get burned too bad because my little cousin, Lil Drops, the one who me and him share the same characters, he covered her up as he's supposed to. He was the big brother. And he took care of his responsibility. He shielded his little sister. He watched his mama die. Then my baby boy gave up because he was a mama's boy. And watching the only woman in the world that you love take their last breath isn't something. It wasn't something an 11-year-old could handle. So he stopped helping his big sister bust the walls down and got inside the tub and put his little sister under his shirt and held her so that she won't get burned on her body. He did just that. His daddy always told him he had to be the man of the house, so he had to protect his sisters and his mama. He tried to live up to that shit. He did live up to that. And in my eyes, he is a hero. He died in honor. But by the grace of God, a pole came and knocked her out right after she watched all her peoples pass away. She was burned. But she wasn't burned to death like my little cousin was. She had first and second degree burns over her whole body. They found her, and luckily she was still alive. She was, however, in a coma, but she stayed in the coma for like a month or so. But she a butler, so she got to healing, and man, when that healing process came, it wasn't nobody but God. I'm telling you, because the doctors ain't even think she was gonna be healing like that. They kept on saying she was gonna need all type of plastic surgeries and all type of stuff. And that nice little lady, man, if you seen her right now today, shorty definitely that shit. But y'all definitely could see her because she the face of Rebel Vibes. Make sure y'all shop to Rebel Vibes. Y'all already know, Shay Mills. But all jokes aside, shorty amazed the doctors. Like, fuck the doctor. She amazed the world. That was I ain't never seen nobody come from under and look that good afterwards. I ain't gonna cap to y'all. She really liked that for real. But I knew she was gonna survive because she had all the prayers. All the prayer. Bro, when I say nights, weeks, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, I couldn't even think. Like, it was just all over. And I'm a thinker, so that's hard to believe that I couldn't think. But, man, they're my babies, and that's a big part of me that died. Over the years, though, I found God again. I apologized. I asked him to forgive me. And he's the head of my life.